Just wanted to recap on some of these videos. This tower that I put together, these being the 8-inch subwoofers or 10-inch subwoofers, 6.5s, and then the tweeters. You really couldn't see it in one of the videos, so just wanted to show it to you here. 3 separate enclosures. I talked about it earlier. This would be 3 separate speaker terminals. Really nice enclosure. You could go wood grain right here. Pretty much anything cosmetic wise. To match your entertainment center, be right here, and then you have the other enclosure right here. So that's that. Let me show you one of the other enclosures. Actually, this one here, recap on, I actually revised this twice. This is, I changed it, still a push-pull configuration, like I was talking about earlier, like a V8 motor, this being the crankshaft and these being the pistons. Sundown audio. Instead of, I just stayed with one port, this being the port for the positive signal. However, what I would do would wire these every other one positive, this one being positive, this one being negative, this one being positive, this one being negative. So the furthest one back would be the negative signal, so they would actually cycle just like a motor. Same thing with up here and up here. So it's kind of cool, man. The only disadvantage to this enclosure is that it would have a very, very slight echo. Only, not really, you wouldn't hear it at all at high levels, but if you had it like real low level and if you're more of a sound quality person, this not being really a sound quality enclosure at all, as you can see, it's just strictly, sound quality, but majority of it's SPL. There'd be a slight echo, but other than that, man, it's awesome. Every other one push-pull, it would hit hard. And then what I did is started thinking about all this space, so I went ahead and revised it, pretty much totally revised it into a quad chamber, literally 4 chambers. Incredibly tough to build unless you just have a lot of experience, even more tougher to design, just in my opinion. This is more of a what's known as a natural push-pull. So basically what that means is that the first one being inverted, the second one behind it being flush with this here. So they're all actually wired in parallel, the exact same. This row up here, and then this row in here. I think I can actually show you one. It's not really, hold on. This one, you can see, you can see that this one's inverted, this one being flush mounted, or actually inverted the other way. So this one's actually proper, this one's inverted. You get the idea. But it's natural. You don't have to. It's easier wiring. Like I said earlier, it's a quad chamber, and it is incredibly tough to design because the whole purpose behind the push-pull is that you can you're really working with 2 speakers. So this being a row of 4, you're really only porting 2 because they cycle. So it actually you can achieve smaller enclosures and more SPL with smaller areas to work in. So it's really a smart design, man, seriously, because you're maximizing your SPL without sacrificing quality. Once again, that's what this company's all about. Check that website out, Southern Sounds, 2zs.webs.com. I think you'll like it a lot. That's it for that one. Again, that's a quad chamber. You will probably really never see quad chambers, man. That's really tough to build. Twice as tough to design. Alright, And then I wanted to show you my two other new ones. This one is one of my favorites. Actually, these next two are my favorites. This is DC Audio. Just an awesome enclosure. I stayed all sealed in this one. It's actually 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15s. I went with the carbon fiber option they offer. Their largest amps, I think these are 10 apiece. 10, so that's 50,000 kinetic batteries. Just a really clean cut design. Stripper pole in the middle, of course. Highs and mids, down low. It's got 4 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got 16 batteries on it, all kinetic energy. Awesome enclosure, man. Really strong sound quality, SPL. Looking around probably 55,000 watts right there. DC Audio is great. I like the look. Really good enclosure right there. Not that complex to build because it is majority rectangles. A lot of bracing on the inside. I'll actually show you that. For the SPL, as you can see, lots of bracing right there, man. It's got 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Hold on, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9 braces on it. And I like the look that DC Audio has. The polished magnets. I think they're polished aluminum or something. But as you can see, it's incredibly strong. One of my favorites, man. I never had a carbon fiber subwoofer before, but they do offer it. A lot of people have the Kevlars when you get up in anything over like 2,500, 5,000. This is definitely one of my favorites. As you can see, this is definitely my style. And I'm actually gonna close this one out on this enclosure and do another video. So there it is. Check out that website, man. Southern Sounds, tuesdays.webs.com. A lot of information on there, pricing, endless on customizing, seriously, cosmetic wise. You could wrap this in leather on the inside, like vinyl, wood grain in here. You could, get really fancy with it, man. You can, if that, depending on how long you keep your video, check out the website. Man, I got tons of information on there. DC Audio. These are actually the level 6s. 5s or 6s will work. It's their largest subwoofer. I just put that there because it's just an elite enclosure for these subs. Literally spec form, it would pound, man. Seriously, it would sound great. Sealed enclosures with a lot of power on them. The sound quality meets SPL. I don't know what else to say. Check out the website. Thank you very much for watching.